Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Sam, and welcome to another video here with me at the Arabist. Today I'm going to go over, one of the books that I really like for learning Arabic. There are so many materials out there, obviously, for learning Arabic, and, obviously, like, I've got another channel as well for teaching Somali, and obviously on this channel I teach Arabic. And the difference is staggering, the number of materials that are available for learning Arabic and the few that are available for learning Somali. So I'm going to try to help my viewers, inshallah, help you sort of sieve out the material that you don't necessarily need and think about what material and what books are good for you. So here I'm going to do a little book review of one of the books that I really liked from the very beginning when I started learning Arabic right up to my final year in my degree. The youngest student actually who I teach at the moment is 6 years old, and they use this book sometimes. And obviously I have a degree in Arabic and I'm doing further study in Arabic, and I still use it sometimes for some really sort of specialist vocabulary. So first we're taking a look at it. It's called the Arabic English Visual Dictionary. It's quite a small book. I mean, yeah, it's quite small, not particularly thick, but the number of the amount of vocabulary in there and the amount of different topics that it covers is huge. There are some vocabulary in here for specialist things like to do with mathematics or to do with medicine that would be quite difficult to find in a conventional dictionary. So the publisher is DK, and obviously it's available on Amazon and loads of other places. I'm going to leave a link to the Amazon. Page in the description below for you guys to go and purchase it, which I highly recommend. So let's have a little talk about it. First is that something that I really like about it is obviously in sort of modern education and modern language teaching, we quite often talk about the different styles of learning. You have linear, you have visual, you have auditory, and you have kinesthetic, and the vast majority of the material accommodates the first of those, is linear. Like most dictionaries and most books, they're written in a linear fashion. So it's quite nice to see a book that has actually found a way to accommodate one of those other learning styles. If you're more of a visual person, this book would be really good for you. So for example, if we were to open it up, there are literally just photos of everything. So here's a fruit page. There are literally photos of every single fruit and the vocabulary underneath it, which is great. And there are some really, really sort of specialist vocabulary in here which is really cool. I mean, sometimes for like medicine or mathematics or for the sciences, even sometimes, like if you're interested in going into interpreting or into translating into a specialist field, it's really good to have materials where you can search for really sort of specific vocabulary. So for example, I'm trying to find a word which is really sort of unusual, really sort of specific to a particular field in here. Yeah, well, as I look through it, anyway, I'll keep on sort of telling you about why it's so good that we can have, materials that accommodate the different learning styles, because it only accommodates a very small percentage of the people who want to learn Arabic if you just have linear materials. Like obviously myself, like I'm dyslexic, so I have a different learning style to maybe what other students of Arabic and other teachers of Arabic would have, and I'm particularly kinesthetic. I don't know if one day maybe I could try to write a kinesthetic dictionary. I don't know what that would look like. You'd have to have sort of an object of each thing on each page, maybe like a hologram that you could interact with. That'd be like a kinesthetic dictionary, which would be really cool. An auditory dictionary would be a bit easier. You could have you can get playlists. You can get like MP3 playlists of where you listen to different vocabulary. That's kind of like an audio. It's kind of like an auditory dictionary. So I mean. So, for example, like a really specific sort of type of mathematical vocabulary that you probably wouldn't find in sort of a smaller normal dictionary is mu'ayyan munharif. Mu'ayyan munharif means a trapezium. Mu'ayyan munharif. Mu'ayyan munharif is a trapezium. So there's loads of sort of mathematical vocabulary, loads of medical vocabulary which you could find in here. As I say, if you're interested in translating in a very particular field, it's a really, really good book to have. So as I say, the publisher is DK. In terms of its availability, as I say, I'm leaving a link in the description below. Its price point here is on the back is £8.99, but I think it can be a little bit more expensive now. Yeah, so have a look anyway. Have a little shop around. That's sort of the price point that it is. But it's an investment, like any book like this. I think books are worth way more than what a lot of the time we expect to pay for them. So please have a look. Use the link in the description below if you would like to purchase it.